Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf. We are back here with Calanglad, who is going to tell us what we are going to do now that we have Mordrembor in our pocket. Yeah, right.
What do you need?
Listen to me. I would do well to remember Laerden's words to you. Mordrembor is still a servant of the enemy, and despite his usefulness of his information, he would bring us all to harm if given the chance. I temper my words of good fortune with a reminder to use caution when dealing with him. It is a reminder we both should take to heart. All right, he's finally listening to sense. Laerden came to speak with me while you were away. He wished to know if any progress has been made in recovering the Palantir. Oh, yeah, that little detail. Yes, I told him of our military victories, but he did not seem encouraged by the news. We do not see eye to eye on this matter, he and I, but surely you must see that our successes in Illuminus are crucial for taking the Seeing Stone from Amarthiel. I could not ease his mind, and Laerden asked that you see him as soon as you return. Perhaps you can make him see the rightness of our course. Illuminus must be reclaimed before we can hope to wrest the Palantir from Amarthiel's clutches. We have time, Pineleaf. Tell him this. All right. I will see if that's the case. Hello there, Laerden.
Megovanen.
Welcome, Pineleaf. I'm glad that you have come. You do not seem well, my friend. You cannot defend all of Illuminus yourself, despite Calanglad's wish that you might. I asked you to come because I want to know if Mordrembor has spoken at all of the Palantir to you. Nope, he hasn't. He hasn't? I find it most interesting that he has kept you busy with military matters in the city, while we know that Amarthiel has a Palantir in her possession. My heart tells me that Mordrembor is delaying us for his mistress. Her goal has not changed. She seeks Narquil. Do not be distracted by the errands on which he sent you. Will you bring these words to Titan, the ranger that guards Mordrembor? Tell him that I will come to see him in a few hours. I want to ensure that he is alert to the danger of the prisoner's whisperings. Right. So, we've got Laerden then, who is confident that, right, Mordrembor is not betraying his mistress, but finding ways to delay us. In other words, all these fresh attacks, she doesn't care if she wins the city or not. No, she wants a ring. That's all she wants. Of course, once she has that ring, she'll easily be able to take over the city. So what's the matter? Hello there, Titan.
Greetings.
I will look forward to Laerden's visit, Pineleaf. The prisoner is not very good company, and I have seen him giving me unpleasant looks out of the corner of my eye. The air in this room feels so stifling, too. I may see if I can have Forchan or Nethmoon take a shift or two after Laerden's visit. It will do me good to clear my head and to put an end to the prisoner's constant ramblings. He has taken to rattling off some exploits of his fellows, one of them in particular. If I never hear the word name Gudahir again, I would be greatly pleased. Gudahir. What famous, wonderful things he's got to say about that. Gudahir will destroy thee! Amarthiel will soon set him to it. Mwah! Wonderful. Alright, what's this Gudahir?
Thy efforts are for naught.
Didst thou repulse the attacks of thy friends? Ha! It matters not, but I admire thy efforts in the face of such overwhelming odds. Yes, it is thy not the... Let's see, it is... yeah, thy, yes. Thou canst not prevail against Gudahir, friend Pineleaf, no matter how strong or wise thou thinkest thyself to be, for Gudahir wields Tan Morgul. Yes, The defeat of the Dunedain will be complete when he brings his power to bear upon the city. Mwah, ah, 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 ah. Right.
Goldakir has the power to destroy the Dunedain.
Yes, thou wishest to hear more of Tan Morgul, friend Pineleaf? I thought thou wouldst. It is a relic of ancient Numenor, corrupted through the dark arts of my brethren, and gifted to Goldakir for safe bearing. Thou wonderest why he has not brought it to bear upon the city? The reason is simple. Amarthiel forbade him from using it until she derived as much amusement as she could from the pathetic struggles of the Dunedain, and of course of you too. That time draws near. If thou wishest to postpone thy utter defeat, thou wouldst do well to relieve Goldahir of Tan Morgul soon. His restraint will not last forever. My jailer has something to say. What could it be, Pineleaf? Yes, and what's interesting here is, of course, he's using one relic to distract us from recovering another relic. Well, yeah, what do you say, Tadon?
How can I be of service?
We have come to it at last, Pineleaf. I can feel it. I have not had an easy time of guarding this prisoner, but it will be all worthwhile if we could defeat this Goldahir before he is permitted to use Tan Morgul against us. We are in luck, too, because I have fought against Goldahir and know where he is. Shortly after Numenus was taken, a small group of us fought in the uppermost level of the city. There in a courtyard full of fell idols and cursed trappings above Echad Garthadir, we encountered Goldahir. He drove us away, and our assault ended in defeat. That courtyard is called Manoband. If you can fight your way up through the city to Manoband, you might be able to defeat Goldahir and take Tan Morgul from him. The day could be ours. Okay. Get Tan Morgul. What could be easier? I think I know why he has so much trouble properly conjugating the second person. First off, they are, of course, evil, and therefore they don't think really in the second person all that well. And of course, the other one is they corrupt everything. So why not corrupt grammar too? Of course, I should have known that. Goldahir. What? This is Goldahir? Only level 39? No, this can't be it. Fools! Is the ranger sent you? You're no more than another band of pawns, sent there for doom in my hands. Really? 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 That's it? Yeah, like he was a threat. Definitely a delaying tactic. That pathetic fighter was supposed to be all-powerful?
Yes, my friend, yes.
Yes. Untie my bonds and give me the relic you have taken from Goldahir, Tan Morgul, heirloom of the fall of Numenor. Hey, Hoda, what are you doing? Bring that over here. What?
Greetings.
What do you think you're doing, Pineleaf? I do not know what happened to me, but something seemed to shake me from a deep slumber, and I saw you about to untie the prisoner. You need to steel yourself against his wiles. Did not Laerden tell you that? He is treacherous, our prisoner, and we cannot let down our guard even for an instant. I will take Tonwar Gold to bring it to Calangalad, because I can be totally trustworthy when left alone with a prisoner with a powerful artifact. Yes, I do not think it is wise for you to spend too much time in the company of Mordred or Pineleaf, even though I am constantly here. In calling you friend and all the time, I do not trust him, and neither should you. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Stay a moment.
Laridan has come to see me, and said that as you said he would, and he told me of the same thing, that our prisoner remains dangerous. I did not pay much attention to these words, as I should have, it seems. But I have something to tell you of this unfortunate business which Tonmorgol drove to my mind until now. Laridan has learned the location of a Marthiel's Palantir and has devised a scheme by which we could recover it. He's waiting for you in his room. I do not want to say any more about this while in the presence of the prisoner, but you should talk to Laridan about this at once. All right, let's go and find a means to carry it. Hello there, Laridan.
What do you need?
Piney, welcome. You look better than when I last saw you. Did you manage to take some rest at last? Oh, I wish I could. Yes, the time for open fighting is over. Calanglad is wise and strong, but he has been blinded by his pride. He will not retake Anuminus before Marthiel locates Narquil. Mordrembor is a creature of lies, but in taunting me, I believe he made a mistake. He said a Marthiel waited for me in Barad Tiron. Do you remember? Barad Tiron was where the kings of Anuminus sat in judgment and heard the concerns of their people. The histories do not agree on this point, but a number of them record that the Palantir of Anuminus was kept in Barad Tiron for the use of the kings. That Palantir of Anuminus is gone, drowned beneath the sea. Well, surely that is where a Marthiel strives with the Palantir she has recovered. We must assault Barad Tiron and reclaim the Palantir, Pineleaf. But hold, do not rush to Calanglad just yet. The Palantir has been bound to the evil of the enemy, and the merest touch of it will cause us harm. We need some means to carry it. Goladir has such a means in Gathforthnear. Though it may cause him grief to remember the events of his fall, you must speak with Goladir on this matter. Only he can provide us with what we need. A means to carry a Palantir. Oh, in fact... Why, he has a bag to carry this Palantir? I suppose that's possible. Hello again, Goladir.
Greetings.
Pineleaf, I did not expect to see you again so soon. Why have you come to see me?
Would you do something for me?
You say that you have come from Laridan and he believes I may play a part in reclaiming the Palantir that was taken from Carn Dûm? The Seeing Stone is wholly evil. I see that now, and I wish I had never been made to gaze upon it. Mordorith had paid for his torment of me, but even that will never be enough to satisfy his debt. No act of vengeance will bring back my poor, lost Lorniel. Laridan speaks the truth. Even as Mordorith brought me forth from the gates of Carn Dûm, the hateful images of the Palantir still burned into my mind. I clutched in my hand the black cloth with which the Seeing Stone was covered when not in use. The terrible events of that day had all but pushed it from my memory, but I remember it now. Hold the Palantir only with the finely woven cloth bag, else the stone will seek to show you such things that might bring you into despair. Do not touch the Palantir without the bag. I do not wish you to endure what I was made to endure. Give Laridan my good wishes, but warn him not to underestimate our enemy. He is a good elf and true, but in him alone have I recognized the terrible burden I have borne in the days since Lornia was lost to me. Something gnaws at his heart, and I fear it will bring him to harm if he does not guard against it. All right. Now, there is a text you occasionally see above Laridan's head which says that he had lost a daughter. So I would presume that is some clue as to what Gullidir is talking about. Alright, let's speak with... wait a moment. Why is there a note on this door? My friends, too long have I fled from my obligations, but no more. I go now to Barad-Tiron, where I alone must confront Amarthiel. It is not right that I should send you to wrest the Palantir from her clutches, when I am to blame for much of her evil. I will no longer shrink from my responsibility. If I succeed, there will be no cause for fear. If I fail, I would have fallen doing what I should have done long ago. The debt must be paid. If I perish in its payment, even that will be just. Would that I could see you in person and tell you why I must do this, but I cannot. Out of kindness and friendship, you would seek to dissuade me, and I fear I am not strong enough to maintain my course when confronted with such persuasions. Do not follow me, my friends. This is something that I must do alone. Laridan. Oh boy. And now I must speak to Tadan, who I am sure is totally in sound mind after all his time with Mordrenbor. Hello there, Tadan. Have you spoken with Laridan recently?
How can I be of service?
What? No? What, this is a note from him? This is my fault, Pineleaf. How could I have been such a fool? Laridan offered to watch the prisoner for a time, and I agreed. I've had not felt well for some time, and I thought some fresh air would do me well. I thought you were supposed to get another ranger to help with this also. I said as much to you, right, if you recall? The prisoner must have said something to Laridan during the time, wove in some foul tangle of his words. What a sad irony, for Laridan to succumb to his treachery, when he oft spoke of us of its danger. Yep, that's the way things go. All has been done according to the will of Amarthiel. Yep, see what I mean? Yep. Really? Yep. Yeah, I'm sure.
Thou art too late.
Thy,
All has been according to the wishes of Angmar's regent.
my jailer is a fool, Pineleaf, but even he is not the fool thou art, given to pride and an irresistible desire to do good. And yet, what is good? Thou hast done only what the regent of Angmar and I, her greatest servant, desired of thee. It was no accident that brought me to the tomb of the long-dead Elendil with so few servants. Thou didst not think that Amarthiel would needlessly risk the life of one so valuable, surely? While I have had thee running errands about the city, and on pilgrimages into far shores of vast Ninuil, she has been gazing into the Palantir she retrieved from Carndum, willing it to show her that which she seeks. I am greater now than Gulkrachir, for it was at her suggestion that I told you he bore Tan Morgul. He thought to use it to challenge her for leadership of Angmar. Thou wert a useful pawn in his removal. Amarthiel shall thank thee for it before she kills you. But now I have completed my greatest task, the task for which he sent me to thee, Pineleaf, the delivery of Laridan to her at Barad-Tirion. She has such in store for the elf, much for which she has waited a long time. Dost thou think that Laridan was innocent? Thou art twice the fool, then, for thrice so. Run to thy master, Pineleaf, and tell Calinglet of thy folly. Laridan will not return from Baratiron, or if he does, it will be in a form none shall recognize. Wholly twisted and evil. Ha ha! I have but one task remaining for me, and I shall relish in its execution. Wonderful. Just simply wonderful. It appears that Morgenbor finally fessed up and told us that he was sent by Amarthiel to delay us.
Greetings.
Every decision I have made has gone ill, Pineleaf. My thoughts of victory turned to ash, even as it seemed so near. For Laridan to pay the price for this mistaken pride of the Dunedain fills me with sorrow. May 1,000 curses fall upon the heads of Morgenbor and his fell mistress. Nay, I will not give in to despair, though things seem at their darkest. Our prisoner is a creature of lies and deceit, and despite his cruel whisperings, we have won great victories in Anuminas. Can this be a ruse, risen from the desperation of a captive whose plans have not borne the expected fruit? Can it be that Amarthiel's search has gone less well than she's hoped, and that Morgenbor seeks now to fill us with despair where none should be? We may be able to save Laridan and recover the Palantir, as he intended, Pineleaf. Though he has left us, perhaps the Dunedain can repay Laridan for his friendship. One last assault on the steps of Baratiron may get you and your friends within its walls, Pineleaf, and we shall see if there is any truth to Morgenbor's words. We shall see if the time has come yet for despair, or our greatest victory is at hand. And which is it? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.